What is going on, guys? This is EK1 Gaming here, and today's video we're going to be doing a rundown of this week's GM, showing you what build we use and also some little spots where you can stand to defeat the boss. Now, this is double loot week. We've only got a few more days left, but a few people have been asking me, telling me they're struggling doing this GM. So I just want to show you how we do it, where we stand, what we do, break down each section for you, and of course get you that palindrome, unlike me in this video. Now, if you like the video, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the little notification bell. With that being said, let's get straight into it. So, the first encounter, and there's a little bit of a tip here for you guys. Do not bring your sparrow to the very top of the stairs. So as you can see at the top of the stairs now where Phlegm Dodge is, do not take your sparrow here because sometimes it doesn't despawn, which means it blocks you off. For this room, you're going to require barrier, which is anti-barrier. I have that on my scout rifle and so do my teammates. And then also breach and clear to help them go down a lot faster. You're also going to need something arc, which we will show you our build in a second so you can copy it or replicate that to suit yourself. One thing you do have to watch out for in here is the snipers. They will one-tap you. Now, you'll have two anti-barrier or barrier servitors to deal with at the beginning, and then the back door will open once you clear enough ads, and there will be another barrier servitor. There'll also be around two captains, one on the right, one on the left, with arc shields. Now, if you want to know what build I am running in this GM, be sure to hit that notification bell because tomorrow that build will be released on the channel. So once you've whizzed your way through that and killed the final servitor, you will go through the door to the next room. So this is next encounter. You're going to be confronted by a barrier servitor as soon as you come to the top of the stairs. Be sure to breach and clear and take that servitor down as fast as you can. You can use those freeze turrets if you have some warlock friends with you. Now, in this area, there is going to be a few barriers and also some arc and solar shields you need to take down. So there's two barriers at the beginning, which are barrier servitors. There are also 2 or 3 wizards with solar shields at the beginning here. And then you're going to come across a lot of knights with arc shields. So be sure to have arc and solar on your team. You don't all have to have it at the same time, but make sure that at least somebody has solar and somebody has arc. Of course, this time we are using the arc shadow price. So just clear these ads as fast as you can. And when you've got through a few waves of ads, you can then start doing damage to the barrier knights who sit at the back. Now, I would strongly advise breach and clear and of course anti-barrier, otherwise you're not going to kill them. Once you've took one down, make sure you're all focusing. Be careful for the knights coming. The knights with the arc shields will one-tap you if they hit you. So just be very careful. As you can see, one of our teammates is down there. Just be very careful not to wipe here. There's a lot of thrall. There's cursed thrall. And of course, those horrible knights and acolytes with the solar grenades, which also kill you very fast. So just take your time with this section. Be sure to clear everything before moving on to the next knight. Now, once you've cleared that knight, or the 2 knights, make sure you then clear the shriekers. Now, these, again, will one-tap you if you're outside, but generally, if you sit inside, they don't seem to aim or shoot at you a lot. If they do, it's very rare. I've hardly seen anyone be killed by one of these shriekers. Even though, they do hit hard, they just seem to be docile and not aim inside the building. Now, take one down at a time with your team. So when they're both down, you can move into the actual area itself where the ads spawn and take down the right side knight or the left side knight, whichever one you have left. And I will say one thing here, be very careful. There are a lot of acolytes around. And also, once you complete this section here, 2 more barrier knights are going to appear down the bottom. And also a couple more arc shielded knights with some acolytes. All things that one-tap you, so be very, very careful and cautious when fighting this area. As you can see, people are dying right now. If you have your super, like a Stasis Warlock super or something, by all means, go ahead, fire it out at this stage just to do some ad clearance of those acolytes because they will sneak up around on the sides and kill you. So we'll fast forward through this. So you basically just kill everything here. Once you have killed everything, this is a good time to do an ammo run because you are going to be coming against the first phase of the boss area. Now pick up as much ammo as you can and as many teammates as you have to, and then make your way into the next encounter. Now, just before you get into the first boss encounter, right after where we've just left, there are 2 more barrier servitors and a load of vandals. So be sure to take these down as fast as you can because you are kind of trapped in a doorway. So definitely all focus fire 1 barrier at a time and be careful of the sniper vandals at the back of the map, which will shoot you all the way through. Now, again, as you see, my teammate just goes down by that same vandal that kills him every single time. But just make sure you focus fire these barriers, get them down as fast as possible. Don't let them regen their shields. Once this area is complete, make sure you do any reses, get any ammo, and then take your run to the next area. Now, there's something important about this next area. You're going to see some kind of public enemies appear. So basically, when you go outside, you will see a load of ads spawning. Now, this is a good place. There potentially will be a raid banner here because this is the open world. Now, these NPCs here, people are saying they hit like a GM NPC. They do not. They are just standard outside world NPCs. They do not hit as hard as a GM. So if you need to get ammo, take a few of those out, grab some ammo. If there's a raid banner there, go and rally up to get all of your ammo and super back. Now, we go straight to the first boss encounter. Now, I'll say this encounter is where probably most people die. So you'll come ahead with the boss. So the boss is here. You cannot fully kill, well, you can fully kill the boss, but you don't need to because the boss will still respawn in the last room anyway. Now, what you're going to have here is 2 barrier knights and, of course, the solar shield boss. Now, our tactic here is basically to breach the boss, to take the shield off the boss, breach the boss, and then concentrate on the barrier knights. Now, if you do go down, just make sure you're sitting back slightly so your teammates can get you up easier. Once you've done enough damage to the boss should move away and disappear. Now, just focus on the barriers, take them down as fast as possible. Now, once you've taken the first 2 barriers down, be sure to take out the wizards with the solar shields at the back there. There should be 2 of these, so if you can get them both as quick as you can, that really helps. Now, be careful for cursed thrall walking around the corner because they will one-tap you all if you are bunched up. Now, once they're done, you're going to come head-to-head with your first unstoppable, which is an unstoppable ogre. Be sure one of your teammates or you are running unstoppable to stagger the ogre and then basically breach clear and kill it. Then you're going to notice a lot of blue and there's a knight at the very top here. This is a barrier knight. Be sure to take this knight down as fast as you can because he will hit you everywhere. The location I'm standing is pretty safe, but you still have to be careful of that splash damage getting you. As you can see on the video, by me having to be revived. So this is definitely an area that can catch you out. Be very careful because there is a lot of cursed all around as well. Once you've cleared the knight at the top, there's going to be 2 blue bar or blue shielded knights at the back. They're just going to be standard knights, but they are going to have a blue shield or arc shield. So make sure you take those 2 down as fast as you can as well, because there is going to be another little encounter before you reach the boss area. And I will say that this area honestly is, or this GM should I say, is my favorite GM. It's been definitely easy to do. With the double loot, it's absolutely incredible. It just seems like they've crammed a lot in a small space, so it seems like there's a lot going on, but there really isn't. Now we've cleared this area, we'll go into the little room next to it, and you probably guessed it right. 2 more barrier knights and some thrall. So be sure you can breach these together and just literally go back and forward, shooting them to kill them at once. They're pretty easy. I don't know why these seem to go down a lot easier than anything else. But once you've done that, you'll be going into the boss area. Now, one thing I will say about this boss area is you will not need to rush. Just take your time. The boss will take a lot of damage from you, so just take your time. Clear ads as well. At the start, you have to clear some acolytes who are kind of summoning, it used to be Omnigul, but who are summoning the boss. And basically just breach and clear and do as much damage as you can. Make sure you are keeping an eye out to the front and to the left for Thrall. Although the Thrall won't one-tap you, they will hit you a couple of times, or a couple of Thrall will hit you once and you will die. Now, if you do die in this area, it's nothing to be ashamed of. You know, we all die in this area. This can get overcrowded, the splash damage going, especially when the knights spawn a little bit later. But just be vigilant to the left side over where I'm aiming now and in front. Now, there are some little cheese spots here where you can stand. You can still die in them, but they are cheese spots, not glitches, so don't listen to anyone that's saying that these are glitches, because they're literally just spots you can stand in. So it's important to, as soon as the boss goes immune and despawns, jump up into this area here. You can hide behind the door on the right, but I like to just stand out in the open here and clear some of the acolytes. Now, these acolytes will throw grenades at you and do some serious damage, if not kill you. So be sure to take these out as fast as you can. Now, on top of these acolytes, of course, there are going to be some Arc Shield Knights. So be careful, look out for the Arc Shield Knights and kill them. There's another good spot for this encounter, and that is where Helen Keller is located on my screen on the right there. The Knights and the Thrall will not come up into that area, so you should be good just to clear some ads. Of course, you will get hit by splash damage or direct damage from NPCs, but you can pretty much look down on them all and burst them down. So once you've got rid of the Knights on the floor and all the other ads on the floor, look directly opposite where you are. You will see a Knight in a doorway across the map. So as you can see right here, a Knight in the doorway. You can just throw some Anarchy over there or break the shield and then burst him down. That is another good spot for you to stand after this Knight has spawned and been killed. Now, once you've swept up the rest of the ads that are on the ground, there may be a Knight or something looming around. Just make sure you clear them out so everything is dead. What's going to happen then is the boss will respawn. So you're going to want to get into a good location to be able to hit the boss on this middle stand right here. You can see the boss spawn hit with Anarchy, so it's breach and cleared, and then just do as much damage as possible. Now, what I will say is stay out or stay off the ground, because Thrall will be all over you. There are a lot of Thrall that spawn, that's Cursed Thrall and Standard Thrall, but you will be overrun if you stand on the ground for too long without actually paying attention. As you can see, we do have a turret down to freeze the Thrall, which helps us, and also chuck down any kind of stasis grenades or anything that you're running. Now, if you've got this far, the boss will despawn again, and there'll be a load of NPC spawn. Now, there's one NPC in particular you're going to want to focus, and that is the Unstoppable that spawns opposite you. So be sure to get him stunned and kill him as fast as you can. There are also acolytes, so make sure you're clearing them. Do not neglect those, because as I say before, they will hit you with that grenade and you will die. So simply just clear as many ads as possible. And then also you want to be clearing that Unstoppable as fast as you can. Now, if needs be, if he's low health, just run down, grab some ammo on the way and do a finisher on him. And that's it, kaput, he's done. So once you've completed him or killed him, you can take a little breather quickly, clear any ads that are around by your feet directly, like little Thrall or anything like that. And then there will be an Unstoppable Ogre and a normal Ogre down the bottom. Now, you're going to need to kill both of these before the boss will spawn. So be sure to kill them as quick as you can, breach and clear, and of course, use your Unstoppable rounds. At this point, the boss will respawn on the middle platform. So again, breach and clear, take off the solar shield, and do as much damage as possible while also killing some of the Thrall on the ground. You can ignore the Thrall, but they will just stack up, so you might as well kill them as you go through, especially if any of your teammates have to go for ammo runs. They will literally overrun them. Now, again, the same as before, just be hitting the boss with breach and clear, also with those scout rifles or whatever you want to do damage with, and just do enough damage until the boss despawns again. Once the boss despawns, the boss will then go into the bottom area where the two ogres were previously. Be sure to kill any ads that are around by your feet, and then you can drop down and start damaging the boss. Now, I will say keep an eye out to the left and in front for these Thrall. There are Cursed Thrall, there are Arc Knights, and also the boss with the solar shield. So be sure to have somebody always taking the boss's shield down first, and then you can concentrate on the ads while doing damage to the boss with breach and clear. This is also a perfect time for you to pop any supers you have down in that middle area. So be sure to hit them in the middle area, especially if it's a hunter or a stasis kind of super from a warlock. You can add clear very, very quick. Now, also, while you're up here, be careful of anything hitting you like me right now, because you will get killed. That is the boss and a knight hitting me at the same time, and I am instantly dead. Now, important note here is if you are the last guardian standing, just take it slow, go into the little cheesy spots, and make sure you don't die. Once that has happened and you're clear to go and get that super res, like Flemdoge is here, you know, this is a very, very important moment of my life. Flem saving the day. This is our first run on the stream. But however, once you are rezzed, make sure you get up as quick as you can. As you can see, Helen Keller there died instantly from being rezzed. So make sure if you've got the dodge or something, do that straight away to get out of the way. Now, once you've recomposed yourself, wipe the sweat from that brow, you can start damaging the boss again. Just make sure you do as much damage as possible. Every now and then, some thrall and stuff will spawn, but when you get to a certain stage, there shouldn't be any more adds that spawn. It will just be you and the boss. Now, of course, we still have a man down, so, you know, what do? I risk my life for my brothers, and I go and get the res. Make sure you get as many reses as you can, because if you're going to try and do this on your own, it can take a lot longer, and of course, you're going to run out of ammo. A quick tip, if you do run out of ammo, is empty all of your guns completely, and it will restock all 3 of your weapons with some ammo for you. That's just a quick tip from me. Now, of course, Flem just saved the day. Now he's down. The boss is nearly dead. What do? Well, we clutch the win. We go ahead and kill the boss. So do everything you possibly can to kill that boss as fast as possible. And that includes breach and clear with a horde, any kind of turrets. Even though he doesn't get shocked for that long, he will still stay frozen for a little split second for enough for you to get a turret, get a anarchy shot or something like that onto him. Then when you've completed it, collect your double loot. No palindromes still.